Hi, welcome back. Today we're doing the last update for Throwback 30 before the finale next month. This is round 7. We're starting round 8 in July. They've already got the categories for next month posted in the Facebook group if you are part of it. This was created by Jessica Lee to do as many projects as possible since we can't do all of them. So just one per thing. So we have way more left than we should at this point, but we are going to have a lot that aren't finished. It's just been that type of year. Okay, so first one we still have in is 50 Shades of Purple. We rolled in the Notoriously Morbid liquid lipstick in the shade Awful Good Girl, which is a violet, not a purple, but good enough. Roll this in for 50 uses. We've used it 15, 20, 30, 33 times. So yeah, try and get that 50, because that's what, 17 more uses in a month. I don't think that's going to happen, but we tried. 7 Deadly Pans. We went with Wrath, and who is more wrathful than Azula from Avatar. So we went with the Lethal Avatar Azula lipstick. We put this into finish. It's barely been used. We've used it 34 times. That's another one that there's no way. Ancient Mythos, we went with Artemis, which is a female-owned product. We went with the Fenty Lip Balm and Fenty Glow. I still can't make a new mark. I haven't been able to make a new mark since December. Oh, I miscounted. Azula we've used 26 times. This is the one we've used 34 times. And I really thought that we'd get the other lip gloss done and be able to get this one done too, and no. So that one, again, I don't see that finishing by next month, but it is what it is. Oh, I missed 50 Shades Black. 50 Shades of Black, we rolled in the Olaplex shampoo. We're able to make a new line, but we'll have this in to finish, and there's no way, so this will be coming back next year, or next round to finish. And then another Pan Bites the Dust. We went with Bohemian Rhapsody, something that takes forever to finish. And we brought in the matching conditioner. Again, we were able to make a new mark, but this is not a month's worth of product, so we'll try to find some way to bring this back in as well to see if we can't get that done. Those things just last forever, especially when you go 3 months using a different shampoo. Color Pan. We brought in the blush stick in Pretty Thing. I was not able to make a new mark. That's last month's mark. We still have a decent amount to go when this was in to finish, so I don't see that happening. Although this will be the I think I'm gonna make this the primary blush for July, but I still don't think it's gonna get finished, but we'll see how far we can get. I Heart the 90s, went with Surge, something green. So brought in the Unearthly lipstick in green lipstick in the shade Yummy, which is a dark green. Brought this in for 30 uses. We've used it 26 times. And I think that's the same as last month. I don't believe I've used that at all this last month. Lip service. We brought in the Laneige lip mask. We put it into finish knowing it wasn't going to be finished because it takes me 2 years to do this. This one will roll it over to next to round 8 to finish. But I think we've hit our halfway mark. Or at least pretty darn close to it. So this one's the big count. So we had 130 uses from July to December. And then for this year, we've got an additional 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 129 uses. So 129 plus 130 is 159, 259 uses for 11 months. I mean, it's used most nights. So I think we'll be able to finish that one up in the next round. Our one rollout is Nightmare Before Christmas. We went with the Melt Shade Bane. Rolled it in for 15 uses. We finally got those 15 uses. If I hadn't been working on the Liquid Black over Halloween, probably would have gone those a lot faster, but we finally got those 15 uses, so that one is rolling out. And then That's Expensive. Went with Dior Lip Oil and Rosewood. Which I lost track of the counts for. There is, I don't know if you can see it, maybe 2 uses left on this one. So I'm going to call this one because I can get those 2 uses today. It's gotten to a point where it's mostly dry, but there's still that little bit, which I know because I finished one of these before, I can get. Stopper doesn't need to come out of this to finish it up. I just need a little bit more time for the applicator to absorb that a little bit. But that will be done. So that's everything so far. But yeah, unfortunately, that's a lot of rollovers for next project, but it is what it is. I tried, but between all the funerals in 2025 and then the 3 months in the hospital for the kid in Seattle this year, this was not a good year for panning. So we are behind on a lot. But thankfully it's coming back so we can roll things over, which is what's going to happen with a decent number of these things. So we will have the finale probably one day early on the 27th next month, and then the new round roll-ins on the 28th when it starts, because it ends and starts on the 28th. But depending on the days, we'll try to do the finale on 27th and the new round on 28th. Otherwise, they'll both end up, there'll be 2 different videos either way. But depending on if it ends up on a Sunday, they'll end up on the same day, just 2 different videos. So we will see for that. And then otherwise, this is October. Is there an update for... Yeah, there's an update for Graveyard on the 30th for this month, because that updates every other month. So it took me a minute to count back. So yeah, 2 days. So today is Monday. Oh no, today's the 29th because this was supposed to go up yesterday. So tomorrow, Graveyard Project Pan update. There's been some changes, but not as much as I would like. But I put most of these in for long-term goals. So we will see you then. Bye.